Oh my lord. Sorry, they're doing construction. Welcome back to the podcast. We are up and running again. I am going to apologize straight out of the way that there is some construction going on by my apartment right now. So we're going to hope that they can not be super loud for like 30 minutes. I have been a little MIA the last month. I did post something kind of sharing why and that would be the case, but for anyone who didn't see that, I was in Australia. I am back now, but I was in Australia and I was finishing up finals season. Finals there are very intense. Lots of exams, lots of study time, and then I was kind of saying goodbye to everyone, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to take the month off from podcasting, and we'll get everything back up and running again when I move back home. I'm in a new apartment. I'm in a different place than I was last year. I love this place. I'm excited to share bits and pieces about it because I really, truly am just obsessed with this place. Hardwood floors, the biggest windows. I've got French doors on the other side of me. It's just this gorgeous place. I really love it. So that's a little bit of my life update here. Lately, what I've been really noticing in this time of, hey, you know, I'm back. I just lived in another country for half a year, right? There's a lot of changes going on, right? And because I'm coming back to something that I'm used to and that I already know, it hasn't been, I guess, stressful in terms of change as much, but it has been just a lot to happen, and I've really just been taking it like one day at a time. If anything, I feel like sometimes I'm taking it 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time. Right now, it feels like 1 minute at a time. I want to take a nap so bad, but I can't. Because if I do, then I don't sleep through the night because I'm still on Australia time. So no napping. It's like not necessarily that I'm on Australia time, I guess, but I'm very much so just like I don't have an internal clock right now. My circadian rhythm is just completely confused. So if I take a nap now, I'm going to end up sleeping a lot longer than I meant to, and I'm not going to sleep through the night. And if I set an alarm, let's be honest, I'm not going to listen to it, and I'm going to just go right back asleep again. So I'm trying to just take it minute by minute here and do everything that I can to not fall asleep. I'm sitting in my room right now. It is relatively clean. I have unpacked everything that goes in my room, right? On the other hand, if I look into the living room right now, it is a complete disaster because all of my boxes are half unpacked, and then I decided, no, I'm tired of this. I'm overwhelmed, and left it there. My mom is coming tomorrow to help me unpack, and I am so grateful because I just, with being exhausted, with moving around, with just, I feel like I have so much to do. I don't think I could do this by myself. It's just too much right now. Not the vibe. Also, it's so hot outside. Anyways, life update, rant aside, the point is I'm really taking things one day at a time, and I have found over the years that I continuously need to remind myself that that is okay to do. It's okay to take things one day at a time sometimes, because sometimes you just don't know what's going to be next, right? And in this case, I know what's next. I have a schedule basically ready to go for the next year. I'm going to be starting a new job in a few weeks. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be then doing another job. I have some trips planned. Then classes start. That's a routine, right? I have a routine, but in terms of just getting through the everyday, I really am taking it one day at a time because I don't think I can do anything else right now, right? Does that make sense? I need to remind myself that it's okay to take things one day at a time, right? In Australia, especially the last few weeks of being there, it was like, okay, I'm done with my exams. I really am just here and exploring. And it was one day at a time, right? It was very like, okay, now I feel like I'm on vacation. I'm exploring the rest of this before I have to go home, right? It was very nice. And when you're on vacation, things like that, right? I feel like we don't necessarily put as much pressure on ourselves to be productive or to have everything figured out. And coming back to a place where I, know as home, I feel like in a way I somehow started to think that already of like, wait, okay, I need to get going, I'm just really learning to take this one day at a time and remind myself that I don't have anything that I need to be doing right now, right? I'm waiting for my job to start. It doesn't start for another week or two. I am waiting for my mom to get here to help me out. I will be going to visit some family in a little bit, going to our cabin and whatnot. There really isn't anything that I need to be doing right now. There isn't anything that I have a commitment to right now, and that is nice, right? And I need to remind myself that even in this moment where I know that I don't have any commitments, I still feel like I'm looking ahead, right? And as I have experienced life in a different continent now and kind of had my whole routine changed up, I'm reminding myself that building this routine again and coming back to my daily life can be a process, and it can be a slow process if I want it to. There were a lot of things that were part of my routine that I'm changing. Maybe I liked this part, maybe I didn't like this part. Maybe I'm going to keep this, I'm going to get rid of that, right? It's kind of like it's coming back to a life here in the US, here in Minnesota, but I'm also changing it up a little bit, right? There are new things going on right now. New job, new classes will be happening, new apartment, right? All of these different things. And in a time of change, and even in a time that's not necessarily full of change, I think it's really important to remind yourself you don't need to feel guilty for taking things one day at a time, for not really having a next move right away. I could be unpacking right now. I could be making lunch right now. I could be watching a show right now. I could be podcasting right now. I decided to choose podcasting, and then I'll choose something else. I maybe will go see one of my family members later today. I maybe won't. It's all up in the air. And there's some sort of discomfort from that, not really having anything that feels for sure in the next 2 weeks-ish, I guess. But there's also something a little bit freeing about that too, where I'm realizing I can take my time to build things and ease into it, right? I immediately threw myself into things when I got back home. And what I mean by immediately is, my uncle picked me up at the airport and I went and stayed overnight at their house with my little cousins, and we were busy until I don't even know what time. Like, I kid you not, I was awake for 40 hours. It felt, and that was all one day for me, because it was June 27th when I left Australia, and it was June 27th when I got home. I had 40 hours of June 27th. I kid you not, right? And I get home, I was expecting to be crabby, I was expecting all of this. My mom was like, are you crazy? Like, how are you planning on doing all of this stuff and like having, someone pick you up? Like, don't you just want to get back to your apartment or something right away when you get home and sleep, right? And I was like, no, I want to see them. I want to do stuff, right? And I did. And I was fine, actually. I wasn't crabby. I wasn't sleepy. I slept through that night. Great. I haven't since. But ultimately, I really threw myself into things right away. And I'm glad that I did, because it was amazing and I loved it. And I love spending time with my family. And also, there is that part of my mindset that I think now that I'm home, I have this mindset of like, okay, it's time to be productive again, right? Or it's time to be moving again and be doing things again. Like in Australia, the last few weeks felt like vacation. I had nothing I needed to do, nothing that I, whatever. The only thing that was like a daily thing or like part of my routine was going to the gym, doing my weightlifting, right? That was it. Like that was really the only thing that I like had to do every day. And again, that was still my choice, but I just chose to do that every day. And now here I am, I'm like, okay, yeah, like really, in all honesty, right now, the only thing I need to do is, I guess, still go to the gym, but I feel like there's so many things I could be doing, right? I could be sending emails. I could be getting back into my productive mode. I could be podcasting. I could be unpacking. I could be going grocery shopping. I could be contacting family. I could be going for walks. The list just keeps going on, right? There's so much more that I could be doing right now. And sometimes, and I'm saying this to myself right now because I need to hear it, sometimes we just need to take a breath and remember, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to take things day by day because sometimes, for whatever reason, thinking about more than one day at a time is just a little too much. Or it makes us not appreciate the moment that we're in, right? Right now, I'm really taking it moment by moment because I don't know what I'm going to do today. I want to fall asleep so bad. Guess what? I have been awake since 1:30 a.m. It is 10:15 a.m. I'm like, hey, it's bedtime. It's not bedtime at all. I still have so many hours left in the day. I need to figure out something to do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It will be a process. But I think that's life in general, right? It's a process. Sometimes you have to take things day by day, minute by minute. Sometimes you have to slow down before you can feel like you have a grasp on things. And sometimes you might never feel like you have a grasp on things, right? And I'm seeing that here, I really think this is the first time in years that I've had a summer that really truly feels like summer right now, right? I am going to be doing a job that I love. And until then, before that starts, I truly have nothing on my plate right now. And I forgot how to take things day by day, right? The summer when you were little, like it felt so long because you didn't know what you were doing every day. You had no idea. You wake up, you do whatever feels right. And I haven't had that for ages. So I am slowly reminding myself how to do that again. And it will take time, but it's kind of exciting, right? I've craved time to not have anything on my plate for so long. And now that it's here, I need to remind myself to enjoy that, to not take it for granted, and to continue taking things day by day when my schedule does get busier, to continue allowing myself to rest and to not feel pressured to do things all the time, and to not feel guilty when I decide to rest instead. I will see you next week. We're going to be back to weekly episodes. Bear with me the first maybe month or so. It might take a little bit longer. Episodes might not be on the same days. I might need to take a week off. We will see. But as of right now, I will be doing episodes every week again, and most likely on Tuesdays. I will keep you all updated. Thank you so much for working with me on this. I know it's not ideal. I know that it has, at least in terms of the podcast, in terms of just how things are for me and behind the scenes, definitely put a damper on things, and it's going to take a while to get that back going. But we're working on it. We're doing it together, and I'll see you next time.